Hey guys, what's up? It's Tava. So this is my presentation over the industrial research we were assigned to, and I hope that you enjoy. So this is William Caslon. He was born in 1692 and he died in 1766. He was born in Cradley, Worcestershire, England, and he is best known for designing the typeface Caslon. I'm so sorry. Okay, so just this is a little bit of William Caslon. So he started out as an apprentice for an engraver of gunlocks and barrels. In 1716, he opened an engraving shop in London. There, he made tools for bookbinders and silver chasers, and he was given the task of cutting tie punches for different presses. And in 1720, he designed English Arabic, which was used in Psalter and in the New Testament. In 1722, he cut Roman, Italic, and Hebrew for William Bower. And I think a little bit after, he designed a Roman typeface, which this was later called Caslon, and it was very successful. It was so successful that he received a ton of loans and a lot of sufficient trade that he was able to set up his own type foundry. And from 1720 to 1780, almost all of the books that were published during that time used his typeface. You really couldn't find another book that did not use his typeface. So he published his first specimen sheet in 1734, which basically it showed the Roman and Italic types in 14 sizes. So his type was so popular that it spread all over Europe and even to the American colonies, and one of his fonts actually was used in the Declaration of Independence. That's super cool. A little bit of our history right there. Okay, and this is just some of his works. Okay, moving on to Eric Gill. So he was born in Brighton, Sussex, England, and he was known for his elegant style lettering and typefaces, and he was associated with the arts and crafts movement. Alright, so a little bit about him. At age 15, he moved to Chester. He was enrolled in Chester Technical Art School, and then 3 years later, he moved to London to get some training in architecture. And then he went to He went to Westminster Technical Institute, which there he studied stone masonry. And then he went to Central School of Arts and Crafts to learn calligraphy. He withdrew from architectural training, and he pursued calligraphy, monumental masonry, and letter cutting. Him and Douglas Pepler founded St. Dominic's Press in 1915, and he did engravings for Golden Cockerel Press, and he is remembered for hundreds of engravings and dozens of books. Sorry. And so one of those books is the full Four Gospels, which was published in 1931, and that book was printed from the type that was expressly designed for press. And then a few more fonts that he designed was Perpetua, Gil Sans Serif, Joanna, and Bunyan, which was later renamed Pilgrim. This is just a few of his works. Pretty cool. My favorite is the Wen. Pretty cool. So moving on to Paul Renner, he was. I'm so sorry. Jesus. Okay. So he was born in 1878 and he died in 1956. He was born in Wernigerode, Germany, and he was known for designing the typeface Futura, and it's said that he was the bridge between the 19th and the 20th century tradition. So he spent 9 years at secondary school, which was called Gymnasium in Germany. My bad. There he learned Greek and Latin, and he studied arts at several different academies. In 1926, he was offered and he accepted the position of head at printing trade school in Munich. Later, he became the director of a master school for Germany's printers. I think a year or two later, he successfully merged Roman and Gothic typefaces, which, if you know them, then they're like two completely different typefaces. And he was a very significant member of the German Work Federation. In 1932, he published a book that I'm not going to try to pronounce, so I'm going to say the English version, Cultural Bolshevism, and that was basically his views on the Nazi movement, which he was very against it. And he really wanted to communicate his opinion of the culture and try to influence it through his writing, designing, and teaching. So, and a few more books that he published was The Art of Typography and the Typography as Art, and that was really the guidelines of sophisticated book designs. And this is just some of his works. I really love his works. They're so good, and they're very modern for his time period. I love it. Okay, and I think this is everything. So thank you so much for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. See you all in the next presentation. Did it stop?